We all want to do our best to achieve excellence in our endeavors. But for some of us, that desire can morph into something darker, something more destructive: perfectionism. In this video, we're going to explore the mind trap of perfectionism. We'll discuss how it leads to anxiety, crippling delay, and a host of other negative consequences. But more importantly, we'll explore healthier approaches to goal setting and achievement, so you can break free from the pursuit of the impossible. If you're tired of feeling like nothing you do is ever good enough, this video is for you. We live in a world that often celebrates achievement, excellence, and success. From a young age, we're encouraged to strive for the best, to reach for the stars, to never settle for anything less than perfection. While there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting to do well, for some people, this desire can turn into a relentless pursuit of flawlessness, a need to meet unrealistic expectations, and an unhealthy obsession with avoiding mistakes. This is the mind trap of perfectionism. At its core, perfectionism is characterized by a combination of excessively high standards and a tendency to be overly critical of oneself. Perfectionists set goals that are often unattainable, and they evaluate their worth based on their ability to achieve those goals. Any deviation from their ideal vision is seen as a failure, leading to feelings of disappointment, shame, and self-criticism. The pursuit of perfection can manifest in various ways. Some perfectionists focus on their own performance, striving to be the best in their chosen field, whether it's academics, sports, or their career. They may spend countless hours honing their skills, meticulously reviewing their work, and constantly comparing themselves to others. Other perfectionists may focus on their appearance, obsessing over every detail of their physical presentation. They may spend excessive time grooming, dieting, or exercising, constantly trying to meet an idealized image of beauty. Any perceived flaw, no matter how minor, can trigger intense anxiety and self-consciousness. Still, others may focus on their relationships, striving to be the perfect partner, friend, or family member. They may go to great lengths to please others, anticipate their needs, and avoid any conflict or disapproval. They fear rejection and constantly worry about not meeting the expectations of those they care about. Regardless of where it's directed, perfectionism shares some common underlying features. Unrealistic standards. Perfectionists set goals that are often impossible to achieve. They may believe that they should never make mistakes, that their work should be flawless, or that they should always be able to please everyone. All or nothing thinking. Perfectionists tend to see things in black and white terms. They believe that if they don't achieve their goal perfectly, they have failed completely. There is no room for mistakes, no middle ground between success and failure. Self-criticism. Perfectionists are highly critical of themselves. They focus on their shortcomings, magnify their mistakes, and dismiss their accomplishments. They have a harsh inner critic that constantly tells them they're not good enough. Fear of failure. Perfectionists are intensely afraid of making mistakes or failing to meet their standards. This fear can be so overwhelming that they avoid taking risks or trying new things. They may procrastinate, delay, or sabotage their own efforts to avoid the possibility of failure. Preoccupation with shoulds. Perfectionists are often driven by a sense of obligation or duty. They believe they should be able to do everything perfectly, that they should never make mistakes, that they should always be in control. These shoulds create a sense of pressure and anxiety, making it difficult to enjoy the process of pursuing their goals. The consequences of perfectionism can be severe and far-reaching. While the pursuit of excellence can lead to success and achievement, the relentless pursuit of perfection often leads to a host of negative outcomes. Anxiety. The constant pressure to meet unrealistic standards and avoid mistakes can lead to chronic anxiety. Perfectionists may experience excessive worry, nervousness, and fear, even in situations that most people would find relatively stress-free. Depression. The inability to meet their own expectations and the constant self-criticism can lead to feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and despair. Perfectionists may struggle with low self-esteem, feelings of worthlessness, and a sense of emptiness. Procrastination. The fear of failure can be so overwhelming that perfectionists avoid starting tasks altogether. They may delay, postpone, or put things off until the last minute, hoping that by waiting, they can somehow avoid the possibility of not doing it perfectly. Burnout. The relentless pursuit of perfection can lead to exhaustion, both mentally and physically. Perfectionists may overwork themselves, neglect their needs, and push themselves to the point of collapse. Impaired relationships. Perfectionists' high standards and critical nature can strain their relationships with others. They may be overly demanding, controlling, or judgmental, making it difficult for others to feel comfortable and accepted around them. Reduced creativity. The fear of making mistakes can stifle creativity and innovation. Perfectionists may be afraid to take risks, experiment with new ideas, or express themselves authentically. Lowered life satisfaction. Ultimately, the pursuit of perfection can lead to a diminished sense of happiness and fulfillment. Perfectionists may achieve great things, but they rarely feel satisfied or content. They're always focused on what they haven't achieved, what they could have done better, and what they still need to do to be perfect. So, if perfectionism is so harmful, why do people fall into this trap? What are the underlying causes of this self-destructive pattern of thinking and behaving? Perfectionism is a complex phenomenon with roots in various factors, including early childhood experiences. Perfectionistic tendencies can often be traced back to early childhood experiences. Children who grew up in households where they were constantly criticized, judged, or held to excessively high standards may learn to associate their worth with their ability to perform perfectly. They may internalize the message that they are only loved or accepted when they meet the expectations of others. Conditional love. Some perfectionists may have experienced conditional love from their parents or caregivers. They may have learned that love and approval were contingent on their achievements, their behavior, or their ability to please others. This can create a deep-seated fear of rejection and a belief that they are only worthy of love when they are perfect. Social and cultural pressures. We live in a society that often promotes perfectionism. The media bombards us with images of flawless beauty, effortless success, and idealized lifestyles. Social media platforms can exacerbate these pressures, as people often present curated, highly polished versions of themselves. Personality traits. Certain personality traits, such as conscientiousness and neuroticism, may also contribute to perfectionism. Conscientiousness, while generally a positive trait, can lead to a tendency to be overly meticulous and detail-oriented. Neuroticism, characterized by anxiety, negative emotions, and self-doubt, can fuel the fear of failure and the need for control. Breaking free from a mind trap of perfectionism is not easy. It requires a willingness to challenge deeply ingrained beliefs, to confront uncomfortable emotions, and to adopt new ways of thinking and behaving. But it's possible. Here are some strategies that can help you move away from perfectionism and embrace a healthier approach to goal setting and achievement. Become aware of your perfectionistic tendencies. The first step is to recognize the ways in which perfectionism shows up in your life. Pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Do you set unrealistic standards for yourself? Are you overly critical of your own work? Do you fear making mistakes? Do you procrastinate or avoid taking risks? Journaling can be a helpful tool for self-awareness. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you identify patterns and triggers. You can also track your behavior, noting when you tend to be most perfectionistic. Challenge your beliefs. Once you've identified your perfectionistic tendencies, start challenging the beliefs that underlie them. Are your standards truly realistic? Is it really the end of the world if you make a mistake? What evidence do you have to support your belief that you're not good enough? Questioning the validity of your beliefs can help you see that they are often based on faulty assumptions, negative experiences from the past, or messages you receive from others that you've internalized. Reframe your thoughts. Replace your perfectionistic thoughts with more balanced and realistic ones. Instead of thinking, I have to do this perfectly, try thinking, I will do my best, and that's good enough. Instead of focusing on your mistakes, acknowledge your accomplishments and areas where you've done well. Reframing your thoughts can help shift your perspective from one of self-criticism to one of self-acceptance. It can also help you to see that mistakes are a natural part of the learning process and that they don't define your worth. Set realistic goals. Instead of setting goals that are impossible to achieve, set goals that are challenging yet attainable. Break down large goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Focus on progress, not perfection. SMART goals can be a helpful framework for setting realistic goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Embrace imperfection. Accept that mistakes are a natural part of life and that no one is perfect. Allow yourself to make mistakes without self-criticism. View mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow. Practice self-compassion by treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a friend who made a mistake. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Perfectionists are often so focused on the end result that they forget to enjoy the process of pursuing their goals. Try to find pleasure and satisfaction in the effort you put forth, regardless of the outcome. Engage in activities that you enjoy for the sake of the activity itself, not just for the results. This can help you to develop a healthier relationship with achievement and success. Challenge all-or-nothing thinking. Avoid seeing things in black and white terms. Recognize that there's a spectrum of outcomes and that most things fall somewhere in between perfect and complete failure. Practice finding the middle ground in situations. Look for the positive aspects of your efforts, even if they didn't turn out exactly as you had hoped. Let go of shoulds. Replace your shoulds with more flexible and empowering language. Instead of thinking, I should be able to do this perfectly, try thinking, I would like to do this well, but it's okay if I make mistakes. This shift in language can help reduce the pressure you put on yourself and allow you to approach tasks with more openness and curiosity. Practice self-compassion. Be kind and understanding towards yourself, especially when you make mistakes or fall short of your expectations. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer to a friend who is struggling. Self-compassion involves recognizing that you are not alone in your imperfections, that mistakes are a natural part of being human, and that you deserve kindness and understanding, even when you fail. Seek support. If you're struggling to overcome perfectionism on your own, consider seeking support from a therapist, counselor, or coach. A professional can help you identify the underlying causes of your perfectionism, challenge your negative beliefs, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Support groups can also be helpful, providing a sense of community and shared understanding. Celebrate your efforts and progress. Acknowledge and appreciate the effort you put into your endeavors, regardless of the outcome. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. This can help shift your focus from external validation to internal satisfaction, fostering a healthier relationship with achievement. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings in the present moment without judgment. This can help you to observe your perfectionistic tendencies without getting caught up in them. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to respond to your inner critic with more awareness and less reactivity. Focus on your values. Connect with what truly matters to you in life, beyond achievement and success. Focus on living a life that is aligned with your values, rather than one that is driven by the pursuit of perfection. This can help you to find a deeper sense of meaning and purpose, reducing the pressure to be perfect in any one area of your life. Breaking free from a mind trap of perfectionism is a journey, not a destination. It requires ongoing effort, patience, and self-compassion. But by adopting a healthier approach to goal setting, challenging your negative beliefs, and practicing self-acceptance, you can liberate yourself from the pursuit of the impossible and embrace a more fulfilling and joyful way of being.